Today I am discussing about the treatment of heart failure. For knowing about the treatment, first we want just an idea about what happens in our body when normal function of our heart is affected. So, in heart failure, the heart muscles does not pump blood normally. Conditions like coronary artery disease, hypertension, diabetes mellitus, which leads gradually our heart to weak or stiff to fill and pump effectively, which result in decreased cardiac output. To compensate this decreased perfusion, there will be activation of the sympathetic nervous system and also activation of renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system. The activation of sympathetic nervous system by stimulating the beta-1 receptors, which is present on the SA node and myocardium, which result in increased heart rate. There will be arterial and venous vasoconstriction, salt and water retention, remodeling of heart, stretching of myocardium and ventricular hypertrophy. In case of decreased perfusion in renal, there will be the juxtaglomerular cell sensitize that and release renin, which activate angiotensin 1. The angiotensin converting enzymes convert angiotensin 1 to angiotensin 2, which stimulate aldosterone, result in salt and water retention, remodeling of heart, stretching of myocardium and ventricular hypertrophy. This is the common mechanism which takes place in our body in case of heart failure. So coming to the treatment, first we want to treat the underlying causes. So in diabetic patients, we advise them for regular exercise, diet control and put on insulin. In hypertensive patients, we can put on hypertensive drugs. Hyperlipidemia patients, we can give statins. And in obese patients, we can counsel about the risk of developing heart failure and advise them to diet control, thereby lose weight. Then coming to the drugs like first of all that is digoxin. The mechanism of action of digoxin is it helps a failing or weakened heart to pump more effectively. It also strengthens the force of heart muscle contraction. It helps to restore a normal steady heart rhythm and improves the blood circulation throughout the body. Next, coming to beta blockers, mainly using beta blockers are carvedilol and metoprolol, thereby inhibiting the sympathetic nervous system activation. So there will be decrease in heart rate. Next about hydralazine and isosorbate dinitrate. Hydralazine which act on the arterioles and decrease the afterload. Isosorbate dinitrate act on the venules and decrease the preload. The common mechanism is that they inhibit the calcium entry into the smooth muscles and result in the relaxation of smooth muscles. Okay, then coming to the AC inhibitors. AC inhibitors like captopril, enalapril, ramipril, which inhibit the angiotensin converting enzyme. So there is no conversion of angiotensin 1 to angiotensin 2. So rest of the actions will not take place. Next is angiotensin receptor blockers, which have same action as that of angiotensin converting enzyme inhibitor, AC inhibitor. Next is aldosterone antagonist. Aldosterone antagonist inhibit the activity of aldosterone. So there will be no salt and water retention, remodeling of heart, stretching of myocardium or ventricular hypertrophy. Next is about diuretics. Mainly using diuretics are loop diuretics and thiazides, which helps to remove excess fluid from the body. So we want to remember 8 drugs in case of heart failure. We can also remember it by high ABD, H for hydralazine, I for isosorbate dinitrate, A 3A that is AC inhibitors, ARB and aldosterone antagonist, B for beta blockers and D for diuretics and digoxin. So thank you.